This whole madness started with this petty little affair. Petty to the one who reads it in the paper. Less petty to the one who's getting shot. Clawville, the city of opportunity, the city of dreams, a bastion of tolerance and equality, a genuine shithole. You know, truth is a weird dame. No matter how loyal you are to her, she'll cheat on you in the end. The question is, are you gonna stay by her side? And if you do, what price are you willing to pay? The poor schmuck was face down on the ground. Insects may breathe through holes, but this guy had way more than he needed. Probably escaped from the hive. Was he being chased, or just happened to be in the wrong neighborhood? Who knows? I'm a detective. Those are the questions I should be answering. But I knew there would be no answers in this case. In fact, there would be no case either, simply because the victim was what he was.
A fly.
Really? Thank goodness you can see in the dark, old owl. Where would we be without you? By the way, what are you doing here? You don't work for us anymore.
This is the third time you called me back from my little hole, boys. You must be desperate.
May the great wild ones protect us if we've sunk this low.
Woo-hoo. Very funny. So, you want some facts?
Sure. Let's get started.
His name was Novak, according to his papers, but almost certainly an alias.
Pretty likely. Just another fugitive from the hive, huh?
Who knows?
All right. I'll snoop around a little. Then we'll talk.
I can't wait.
And no drinking on duty, okay?
On duty? Ha! I'm not a cop nor a doctor anymore. If you need me, make peace with how I work.
Oh, feathery heavens, Doc. Relax. I can see you're having a bad night.
Bad? Why, is there another kind?
Clucking furry hell. I don't need this. So, a few sketchy facts about the victim are never enough. I had to snoop around, see if I could find anything useful. Even if I knew there would be no file on the poor bastard, it just seemed like the right thing to do. The car crashed into the post. That was not the cause of death, but it probably helped to make it quicker and more dramatic, too. Another wonderful night in the City of Colors, unless you're a cop, or a dead fly, for that matter. The poor dope crashed right next to a police booth. How ironic. A lonely field patrol. She doesn't seem very concerned about the case. Bubo was once a famous coroner, but unfortunately he drank too much, and some organs also mysteriously disappeared during his practice.
What? Ah, it's you again. Have you looked around already?
Not quite yet.
Boo-hoo. Then get on with it and leave me alone, will you? I'm thinking.
I also snore while I'm thinking. I don't know what I'll do with it, but since I've already picked it up, I might as well check it out. The alleged Novak. As far as I can see, he has at least 6 or 7 holes in his body. 9mm cartridge cases. They can come from either a machine gun or a pistol. Some of his legs were removed. That's kind of odd. Maybe some kind of message? Nice piece of metal. Too good for a down-and-out like you, buddy. Probably stolen. But I don't want to jump to conclusions. Good work, milady. Sweet dreams. What's up with you nowadays, old owl?
Nothing much. I just exist. Alone.
Alone? Well, what about dear Nurse Ursula?
She moved on. She's with the Furies now, if you must know.
The Furies? You mean the
hooker gang. That's the one.
Oh, cluck. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, sonny boy. Life's a jerk.
And being an even bigger jerk can help a lot, huh?
As you say, sonny boy. As you say.
I expect your report by tomorrow morning, Doc.
Phew, I can report now. Cause of death, shot dead 7 times. Probably with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Although that's not for me to say. That's for ballistics.
Those 2 dumb hyenas don't give a shit about this, and you know that. So, that's it? Case closed?
Honestly, I don't think they'll ever open a file on the poor bug to begin with.
Yeah, you got a point there, Doc. Well, I'm gonna take another look around. So, what next?
When you're done here, I'm going home. They'll let me know if they need a proper autopsy.
It's a clucking circus.
All the world's a circus, and all the men and women merely clowns. But we have to give the impression that we're on the case.
Maybe I'll talk to the boss about it.
Ooh, the hell you will.
Yeah, you're probably right. So, what about the severed legs?
Are you bird-brained? Stop waving that thing around.
You're a coroner. You're used to this sort of thing, aren't you?
Everything has its time and place, boy.
Can you tell me anything useful about it or not?
The arms were carefully and individually plucked out, but only after death.
You think so?
I'm sure of it. No sign of a struggle. Even his suit was barely wrinkled. Tearing off an insect's limbs isn't so easy. He would have struggled if he was still alive.
You could have been a detective, Doc. Not a good one, but a detective.
Thanks. I got enough misery of my own.
Well, I guess I won't see you at the station.
That's right. You won't. I'm only going there if they take me in handcuffs.
I can help with that.
I'm scared.
So, that's our cue?
Adieu, Mr. Novak. Or whatever your name is.
I didn't know you spoke insect.
Just a few words. I had a ladybug girlfriend before the HIVE closed.
I don't want to know about that.
Oh, but it's such a juicy story. There's a lot of bang bang and some kiss in it.
Enough, okay?
Okay. Big, stupid bird. I always hated you.
What did you say?
Who, me?
Not you, Marty. Bubo. Hey, what are you doing here?
Boss? Is there a problem? You look pale. Like all the color's just gone out of you. Although, now that I say that out loud, it's like the whole world has lost its color.
Oh, no. I'm not dreaming all this, am I? It's not a bloody clucking dream, is it?
You tell me, boss. You're the famous detective.
Oh, this is just a clucking nightmare.
Actually, this is more like a game.
Hey, don't ruin the whole thing.
Enough. That old case with Bubo. And then Marty showing up. What the hell was that supposed to mean? Yeah, relax, old bird. You were dreaming. But she's not a dream. Who the heck is she? Oh, cluck. I've got a terrible headache. And even worse, deja vu. Well, I hope she's not hiding a revolver under that pretty little cloak of hers. Because if she is, I won't be able to stop her. Oh, cluck. Is my doorbell broken again?
I'm sorry. I had to sneak in unnoticed.
So you're the sneaky type, huh? I'll make a note of that. But feel free to sneak back out.
I can't do that.
Here we go again.
I need to make sure you're gonna help me.
Lady, listen. I don't even know who you are or what this is about.
Promise me.
Okay, I promise I'll listen to you. Just calm down.
Good. I believe you.
Splendid. Now, let's start at the beginning. You know I just installed the new lock on my door. How did you get in?
What do you mean, how? The door was wide open.
Is that so? Jeez. In that case, of course, make yourself at home. Do you always go through any open door you see?
I didn't intend to.
Look, ma'am, I can't stress this enough. I don't do private cases. I'm not your average gumshoe detective. Yeah, it's about time I wrote that on the door.
You have to understand, no one can help me but you. Only the chicken police. I heard about your last case and...
You can't imagine how many times I've heard this, and I'm getting really tired of it.
All I'm asking is that you listen to me, nothing else. After that, if you still feel you're not interested, I'll leave and you'll never see me again.
Well, that's a bargain, but before we start, can I see your face? I don't like talking to dark silhouettes.
Oh, of course. Forgive me. And don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
That's your clucking luck, old bird. A woman from the darkest depths of the city. From the Hive with love. If we're gonna start, let's start with a kick in the gut, right? Sure, why not? I don't have time for this. I need to find out what this broad wants from me first. I could retire any day now. It's up to me. Even my boss would be happy. So why am I still here? Good clucking question. What's up, buddy? Everything all right? Oh, damn. I'm starting to sound like Marty. Of course I blinked. Like a first-class schmuck. Marty, on the other hand, looks like someone from the front page of the Weekly Copper. All the cigarettes in the world. The last in a series of Chicken Police novels. It's trash, but I felt I had to keep it. Clawville, like a stray cat. She may look miserable, but if you go too close to her, she can still get her claws into you. Since my bedroom has been a hazardous area for some time, I use this sorry sofa as a bed. My ex-wife, Molly. I've packed up all the other pictures already, but this... Well, I'll leave this for the ghosts. They deserve each other. Things will end. All things. Let that be a comforting thought, old bird. There's only a few days to go. I'll untangle everything, tie up the loose ends, and head for the wilds. This woman, in this neighborhood, she must have made a very long and dangerous journey from the hive to here. You know it was very dangerous for you to come here. For, you know, someone like you.
Because I'm an insect? Yes, I know.
So what has brought you all the way from the hive, Miss,
Melandra Mantidea. And yes, I am indeed from the hive. I see that doesn't surprise you.
Let's just say we don't really see your people outside the hive these days, sweetheart.
You have no idea what it's like to live there.
I've been to the hive more than once. Although I admit the last time wasn't yesterday.
Things are getting worse every day. But that's not why I'm here.
I guessed as much.
Well, I'm going to get to the point. My husband is missing.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. No offense, but have you looked at the local bars and joints? You know, most of the time...
No, you don't understand. He's... dead.
You mean he's missing and declared dead?
No, he was already dead when he disappeared.
I'm afraid I'm losing the thread, and I haven't even picked it up yet. It must be my age. So, how was this again?
You might want to sit down for this.
Listen, sweetheart, let's not drag this out, because the curiosity is killing me. And my lower back, too. Bad dreams and sleepless nights, and the smell of a chicken coop. Why in the middle of the night, sweetheart? Don't you think it's a little, unsafe?
Unsafe? Believe me, Mr. Featherland, as it is now, if anyone sees an insect outside the hive in broad daylight...
Yeah, I guess that's worse.
Now you can see how important this is to me.
You must be very desperate. Melandra dared to come here alone, so she's a strong and upright gal. Breaking her certainly won't be easy, but maybe she'll open up to me if I approach her gently. Break or open. Either way could lead to success, as long as I don't fall flat on my face. Let's start at the beginning. With your husband.
Milo Masterson.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Masterson? You mean you didn't take your husband's name?
Don't get me wrong, I loved him very much. But in our family, women don't usually do that. It's our way of keeping more of our independence.
I get it. Alone against the whole world? What about the police? You wanted to avoid them for some reason.
You know very well that the Clawville police have not dealt with insect matters since they closed off the hive.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Because I am, Mr. Featherland.
Tell me, Toots, were you alone when you found the body?
I'd just arrived home, and he was in the restroom with a newspaper in his hand. That's where he met his end.
Oh, tough break. Sorry.
Don't be. He loved that place. A few minutes of solitude and peace. And, well, he was home and relatively happy. It's quite a peaceful death. Especially where we come from.
I can think of a better way.
Heroic deaths belong to heroic stories. Our story was simple and peaceful. That's why it upsets me that this peace has been disturbed.
I guess you're right. You know, you have a very healthy view of the world.
When you've had almost everything taken away from you, you learn to appreciate the little things.
Once again, you're right. Can you tell me what a typical day was like for your husband?
He worked in a textile factory. He got up in the morning, went to work, came straight home after work. We spent the evening together, rinse and repeat. But then he lost his job.
And Milo changed?
More like everything changed. The factory was replaced by a new meat substitute plant. You know, the one that makes those horrible fake meat products. Milo couldn't continue working, so he looked for anything else.
Anything else?
He shined shoes when he had to, ran errands, but nothing lasted long. Then he met a strange guy who pretended to be a private detective, but he looked more like a tramp.
Wait a minute. One of those antlered guys? I mean, a stag beetle?
You know him.
Frank Half-Armed Castellini. Oh, yeah. I know him. He was the only insect in the academy. And not long before the Segregation Act, he got bounced from the force.
Milo helped him out for a while. All kinds of courier work. But he soon left him. He always said Frankie's a troublemaker.
Well, I can back you up on that. Well, wait a minute. Why didn't you go to Frank instead of me?
This Frank was a strange, creepy guy. Scattered, dirty, like a bum.
I knew Frank a long time ago. He's a strange one, all right. But he's an exceptional detective.
I'm sure he is, Mr. Featherland, but I still wasn't happy about Milo hanging around him.
Afraid he'd be dragged into some murky business?
I was almost sure of it. I felt it in my antennae. I often sense things like that.
Is that why you came to me? You want me to look into Frank?
I want you to find out what happened to my husband's body. That's all I want. Nothing more, nothing less.
Why are you doing this?
What do you mean?
Yes, your husband's body's important. But you're essentially on a suicide mission for a dead man.
Are you a jerk, or are you just testing me?
Maybe a little of both. Would you answer me anyway?
My husband's body is more than just a shell. And yes, I will die for this cause if I have to.
Did you visit your husband often after his death?
I went to see his grave every day. Until his body disappeared.
Tell me exactly what you saw there.
As far as I can judge, it was a meticulous job. It didn't look like the work of simple vandals.
I believe that insects prefer cremation. How come you don't?
We didn't follow the Great Light, Mr. Featherland. Well, not on paper, to be precise.
What do you mean?
Some of the insects try to better integrate into animal society by abandoning old insect habits. They abandon traditions, religion, language.
Did your husband agree with that?
No, but it was a sacrifice that many of us had to make. You know, that's why I was able to work downtown for a while.
Until the Segregation Act.
Exactly.
This is your last chance, lady. Tell me why exactly are you here?
All I've told you so far is not enough for you.
You dodge my questions like a circus performer. So, are you gonna spill the beans? Why are you here? What do you want from me? Why me?
Look, I think you're right. It's not fair to you.
I'm glad you've noticed.
Actually, Milo was insisting we leave the path of light and abandon our insect traditions. He even got me a job downtown in exchange for a favor.
A favor? To whom?
Some dark figure. I don't know his name, but he seemed very powerful from what I've heard.
So, a real heavy, huh?
I don't know what Milo did in return, but he got me the job. While he was working at the factory, I was secretary to an accountancy firm in Ratwell.
That's a long way from home.
That was before the Segregation Act. Back then, we were still pretty much free to move around Clawville. But that didn't last long. A month or two and the law was passed. Everything changed.
The doors of the Hive were closed.
And the rest is history.
As you say, Toots. Okay, give me one good reason why I should care about this.
Look, I can't pay you much, but...
It was never about the money. But I'm still a cop. I don't do...
You're saying you don't do private investigations? Not what I heard. Rumor is, when the Wessler Empire...
let's not dwell on the past. This is a different kind of case.
Because of the Hive, right? So you won't take the case?
Well... maybe. So, you've been looking into this all on your own?
I had no choice. I searched the cemetery, but I didn't find a soul. There's an old bug working there. His name's Uncle Joe, kind of a local legend. Almost everybody knows him. He didn't see anything, but he couldn't have seen much because he was drunk as a skunk.
I guess the police didn't bother to question him.
The police? Please.
Have others disappeared from the cemetery, or just your husband?
His was actually the third, and then 3 others went missing, as I heard.
You say 6 bodies are on the loose?
Don't put it that way. But yes, that's what I know.
And this, Uncle Joe fella, what else do I need to know about him?
When I talked to him, he was scared. I guess he was either beaten or threatened, probably both.
Well, thank you for answering my questions, Missy.
So, the interview, that was it?
You'd better not leave town. Stick around. It's the best thing to do.
So be it, Mr. Featherland.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
Does this mean you'll take the case?
Well, if I don't do it, no one will, right?
Not likely.
First, I need to talk to Marty, my partner.
It seems everything they say about you is true.
I hope not. But please don't go anywhere until I get back. I'll look into it, but it'd be extremely dangerous for you to be out there.
I don't want to be a burden, Mr. Featherland.
It would be a much bigger burden if I had to go out and look for you.
Maybe... All right. You're right.
Good. Make yourself, comfortable. Clocking hell. What am I doing? The Hive. I swore to myself I'd never go back to that place. Well, that's me in a nutshell. I stood there like a crumbling old statue. Meanwhile, my doom crept in through the crack beneath the door like cigarette smoke. I could smell it. What can I say? Marty's gonna be over the moon. Ever since the chicken police came back into the spotlight, he's been looking for trouble. Well, if there's one place we can get it, that's the Hive. But first, I have to find that oversized feather pillow. Let's see. Nothing. Strange. Marty always answers the phone, no matter how late I call. Maybe he's at the station. Let's see.
Police Department, how can I help you?
Hey, Mon.
Is that you, Sonny? What's up, Chief?
Is Marty in there?
He's left already. Why?
Nothing. I'll go look for him at home, I guess.
Okay, Boss Bird. But tell me, is everything all right? You sound kind of strange.
Oh, come on, Mon. You know it's never all right.
Just the usual. Well, take care of yourself, okay?
Later, sweetheart.
Bye, Sonny.
Is there a problem, Mr. Featherland?
No, nothing. Just, my partner.
Look, if this is becoming a problem, then maybe...
No, nothing like that. I'll have to look for him. I'd probably better go see him at home.
I see. Well, then I hope you're successful.
Yeah, me too. I was ready for the big journey around the wilderness. But a mysterious woman in a hood came to ruin everything. Sound familiar? And she came straight from the HIVE, fellas, with a case that looked like straight suicide. Did I take it? Clark, yes, because that's me. The perfect schmuck.